Hello dear students. Today let us learn the law of conservation of momentum. Let us look at the statement and also prove the momentum equation, okay, by using the law of conservation of momentum. Yeah. Now let V be the volume of an arbitrary set of material particles of a material body at time t. Then the linear momentum P of the material body is given by P is equal to integral over V rho into V dV. What is the definition of momentum? Momentum is nothing but mass into velocity, right? So we have the mass here, that is integral rho dV is the mass and V is the velocity. Okay, V, the arrow above is the velocity. So where rho is the density and V is the velocity of the material body. Okay, then the resultant force, all the total forces acting on that material body is, let us say, F of R, that is equal to F of B plus F of R, where F of B is the body force acting on the material body and F of S is the surface force acting on the continuum through the surface. Okay, so this is the force acting on the material body. Now, suppose we want the full force, acting on that full volume, then F of R will be equal to integral over V, okay, and then integral over S. This is the surface integral, so it is integral over S. And the first one is the volume integral, that is acting on the volume V. So F of R is equal to, now F of B is nothing but, we have taken it as B, right, rho dV, plus F of S we have taken as S, where B is the body force and S is the surface force and capital S is the surface enclosing the volume V. Okay, so F of R is this now. Now, what is the law of conservation of momentum? The principle or the law of conservation of momentum states that the principle of conservation of linear momentum states that the material rate of change of linear momentum is equal to total force acting on the continuum. Okay, the rate of change of linear momentum is equal to the total force acting on the continuum. This law is nothing but Newton's second law of motion, right? So only thing is we have taken the linear momentum here. Okay, so what is the linear momentum? We have called it as P. So what rate of change? It is material time rate of change. So it is capital D by dt of P equal to all the forces acting on the continuum. So we have d by dt. Okay, we are substituting for that P there. So d by dt as it is. P is nothing but integral, volume integral rho V dV equal to all the forces on the RHS. We have the body force, right? So it is a volume integral plus the surface force, the surface integral. Let us call this as equation 3. Now, using the Reynolds transport formula, this d by dt outside, the material time rate of change, can be taken inside. Okay, so d by dt has gone inside, rho outside. So rho, so volume integral V, rho dV by dt, dV is equal to the first integral on the RHS and the second integral on the RHS. So what is the second integral here? Second integral is nothing but we have S ds, right? We have S ds here. So this ds, ds has to be vector ds. This vector, let me draw that. Let me write it. So ds must be an arrow there. So S arrow, a vector, and ds arrow is another vector. So this is a correction in the notes, right? Now, in the next step, this ds arrow is becoming n ds. So S dot n ds. Okay, let us call that as equation 4. Now, by Cauchy's law, we have the S, that is nothing but the surface force, right? S is nothing but T transpose. S is nothing but T transpose. By Cauchy's law, we get S is nothing but T transpose. Our T is nothing but the stress tensor, the transpose of that. So using this, the equation 4 becomes what? The LHS as it is, the RHS, the first integral as it is. In the second integral, in the place of S, we are putting this T transpose. Very, very simple. Okay, now later, this surface integral is converted into the volume integral by using which theorem? By using Gauss divergence theorem. So we get divergence of whatever it is, T transpose, and that surface integral is becoming the volume integral dV. Okay, now everywhere we have the surface and volume integral V, and here also we have V. Right, now taking on one side, we get V, volume integral V, rho dV by dt. This rho B is gone that side, so minus rho B, and minus divergence of T transpose, dV equal to 0. We have taken all the integrals on one side and one integral because it's on only volume integral V. Now, since V is arbitrary, right? So, and we have the integral of that, dV equal to 0, and that should happen for any V because V is arbitrary. Therefore, when that can happen? That can happen only when the integrand is 0. And what is the integrand? The integrand is this. So, rho dV by dt minus rho B minus divergence of T transpose equal to 0. Okay, now these minus signs are there. We'll just take to the other side of the equation. So we have rho dV by dt equal to rho B plus divergence of T transpose. This will be a tilde here, right? Because it's a tensor. Let us call it as equation 5. Now this is the law of conservation of what momentum? Linear momentum. And this equation is called Cauchy's equation of motion. Because we are using Cauchy's law now here. So it is called Cauchy's equation of motion. Now the same equation in the components form. In the components form, we have the V vector here is taken as Vi. So there is no arrow here. This arrow should not be there. Okay, so dVi by dt, that arrow should not be there, equal to rho, there is no arrow here, Bi, because we are writing in the components form, plus tau ji comma j. Tau ji comma j. Why j high here? Because I have the T transpose there. Transpose. And what are tau ij? Tau ij's are components of the stress tensor T. If tau ij are the components of the stress tensor T, then tau ji will be the components of the T transpose. Right? Okay. This is the law of conservation of linear momentum in components form. Right? Now, if the material body is at rest, that means what? No velocity at all. Then this part will become 0. That is the next case. So, if a material body is at rest, okay, also for a material body in motion with constant velocity, if the velocity is constant or no velocity at all, in that case, right, we get that dVi by dt equal to 0. No arrow here at the top. Okay, so we get what now? So from equation 6, we get rho Bi, there is no arrow here, right? So rho Bi plus tau ji comma j equal to 0 in the components form. Or We can write rho B plus divergence of T transpose equal to 0. That is called as equation 7. So this is the equation of motion, or the law of conservation of linear momentum, or the Cauchy's equation of motion for what? When the material body is at rest, or if the material body is moving with a constant velocity. So this completes the law of conservation of linear momentum. So let's stop here. In the next class, let us take up a problem on the law of conservation of linear momentum. Thank you.